did till gem diols type of situation, right? When you have two OH group on more than one OH group on the same carbon atom, right? We did till here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So what you will do now, you will leave some space. Okay, leave approximately for method of preparation. How much we have done, Harsha? 1 page.
2 pages.
Sorry, how much, Harsha?
2 pages.
For method of preparation, only 2 pages. Okay. So, see, Rishita, I will discuss you the method of preparation. That is the first method of preparation, but I will only discuss you with the help of example. Okay. And then we will do a few questions. You should be able to do those questions. Fine, Rishita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Harsha, you can just follow along for a few examples, and then when the questions come, you will have to do the questions. Okay, Harsha?
Okay.
Okay. See, very simply, Rishita, don't write now anything. Please see. When you have CH2, double bond CH2, and you are adding H2O in the presence of H positive. Okay. In the presence of H positive. Then in this case, what is going to happen? This water is going to get added onto this particular double bond. Kya hoga? In water, we have HOH. So you should treat this like Markovnikov rule, where you have this is the delta positive, this is delta negative. So positive and negative N. So one hydrogen will attach to this carbon atom. It will become CH3. The pi bond will break. Okay. And then the OH will attach on the CH2 carbon atom. So like this, you are going to get an alcohol. Fine. Now, please see, don't write anything. Secondly, let us suppose you have something like this, CH3, CH, double bond, CH2. In the presence of H2O and H plus, the presence of H2O and H plus. Now, in this case, you will see that you will have atom that is having less hydrogen. If you remember Markovnikov's, you remember that? Yes or no, Harsha? Sorry, Rishita. Markovnikov's rule.
Yes.
The negative
Yes,
part goes to that carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen. So this OH will go here, and this will become CH3. You will get also a minor product in which you will have CH3, CH2, CH2OH. Okay. So basically, you will be getting two products, but this will be a major product, and you are going to write the major product for the following. So main thing is that OH is on that carbon atom which has less number of hydrogen. I will give you because I'm अगर आपके पास ऐसा कुछ हो, ठीक है? You have 4 carbon atoms and you have a double bond here. Then you will look at the double bond. So this double bond has how many hydrogen? This double bond has how many hydrogen? So tell me this blue double bond. Let me just give them some different colors. Yeah, the blue double bond carbon, it has how many hydrogens? Tell me, Rishita. One hydrogen. What about the red one?
2, sir.
2 hydrogen. Yes, very good. So when we will do hydration, that means adding of water in the presence of H plus, acidic acid catalyzed hydration, then we will get a major product which will be having OH here. And there will be another minor product which will be having OH here. So again, I'm writing both the products right now, but you just need to write the major product in the next questions. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
चलिए ठीक है, पहले copy this down, then I will give you some questions.
Sir, in the first one, H2O and H plus are there, but even in the second one, it's there, right? So, what's the difference?
I don't understand your question. What did you say?
Sir, in the first one, we add H2O to the reactant in the presence of hydrogen. But in second one also, we have both water and hydrogen. So, what's the difference between both the reactions?
No difference. No. Here also you have water, and here also you have H plus. Here also water and H plus.
Oh, okay.
So writing above the arrow does not make any difference. Okay, Rishika?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're asking this now that what is the difference if I write plus H2O and if I write H2O on the arrow? You're asking that?
Yes, sir.
No, there is no difference.
Done, sir.
Okay. Then now you all will do some questions. I will give you not much, only few questions. You just need to write the major part. See, the idea is still the same. ठीक है ना? Structure देख के घबराना नहीं है आपको. Idea is still the same. उसके बाद we are going to do a few questions that is in NC. Those are good questions. Once you're done, send the answers on my WhatsApp. Actually, you have to also send the answer. Both the answers are wrong, Rishita. Can you tell me what is wrong in the first one? See, what you need to do here, Rishita, is to make a dot on the carbon atom that is having double bond. Count the number of hydrogens, write the number of hydrogens, then add OH. ठीक है? फिर से कीजिए दोबारा पूरा. And why is there a double bond there? See, Rishita, इस तरह के silly mistakes नहीं चलेंगे ना. Product में double bond होगा क्या? Rishita, tell me. Will there be a double
No,
bond?
sir.
हाँ, ठीक है. ध्यान से कीजिए, please. Harsha, correct. Be a bit slow right now. That's all fine, Rishita, because the first time you are doing this.
Sir, how is the first one wrong?
Yes, Rishita.
Sir, how is the first one wrong?
You show me, like, count the number of hydrogens, then you will get, where should you put the OH? Where you have
Less number of hydrogens.
so how many hydrogens here in the blue carbon? Tell me. You have a
3.
double bond. So first 3 hydrogens there. The blue
1.
carbon will have 3 hydrogens. कितना होगा hydrogen, Rishita?
Oh, one hydrogen.
And what about the red one?
0.
So where will you put the OH? 0
There,
hydrogen.
but
Red or blue?
yeah, red. But then won't it have 5 bonds?
भाई पाई बॉन्ड नहीं रहेगा ना ऋषिता.
No, 5 bonds.
अरे वही तो हम बोल रहे हैं, पाई बॉन्ड को छोड़ दो ना. फिर आप पाई बॉन्ड को छोड़ दीजिए तो 4 हो जाएंगे ना. कैसे पाई 5 होगा? You will break the pi bond ना.
Yes, sir.
First of all, see, you have to write everything as it is without the pi bond. ठीक है, सबसे पहले तो वही करना है. First pi bond is going to break. Write everything as it is. ठीक है, अब उसके बाद you add the OH. Either you will add OH here or here. Now where you will add OH? Here you will add OH. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट फिफ्थ वाला कीजिए जरा. सबसे पहले the most surface level information that you should extract from a reaction whenever you see a reaction is, first of all, you have to see which bond is breaking. Whenever there is a chemical reaction in organic chemistry especially, you will be having some bond breaking. सबसे पहले तो यही ध्यान दीजिए कि क्या break हो रहा है. Once you know what is breaking, then you have to think about what you have to add, which bonds are getting formed. Bond formation, bond forming. ठीक है, ये दोनों स्टेप्स ही बहुत ही क्रूशियल है. Answer. Now it is correct. Very good. ठीक है, you understood now. हाँ देखिए, ऐसे लिख के कीजिएगा ना everything, then it will be very good. 0 1, फिर आपने 0 पे डाल दिया and draw everything as it is without the double bond, and you will get the correct. ठीक है. So here the correct answer would be everything as it is without the double bond. Now here if you see 0 hydrogens, here if I see there is 1 hydrogen, so very good. You have added the OH here. है ना? बहुत सही. चलिए, there is another question. Please try this. सवाल देखिए जरा, उसके बाद हम एक सवाल करते हैं आपके लिए, and then we will do the rest of them. Show how would you synthesize the following alcohols from appropriate alkenes. ठीक है. So before I go into this particular question, I will tell you a very small thing. ठीक है, very small thing. For example, I want to make like I got this product, है ना, जो आप लोगों को दिख रहा है the product. So if you have been given the product and you want to go to the reactant, then we use an arrow which is like this. So I will say that this can be made from this. ठीक है, हम क्या बोलेंगे? So this is known as retrosynthetic arrow. ठीक है, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Retrosynthetic arrow. This is not there in NCERT वगैरह, लेकिन but it is useful if you know this, है ना, because I will be making this arrow. ठीक है, इतना डिजाइन से हम नहीं बनाएंगे हमेशा, it will be like this. ठीक है, retrosynthetic arrow. What does this mean? It means that this can be made by this. This जो आपके पास लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में है, this can be made by this. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. यहाँ पे in the retrosynthetic arrow you don't have to put what are the reagent, क्या reagent डालना है उसके बारे में you don't have to think about it. You just need to think of a substrate. You have to think about an organic molecule that can give you this particular product using any type of reagent, है ना. Reagent sometimes it is specified in the what I say question itself, but sometimes it isn't. ठीक है, चलिए, make sense? चलो please tell me till here. क्या यूज करने वाले हैं हम रेट्रोसिंथेटिक एरो? ऋषिता एंड हर्षा, yes or no? ठीक है, ध्यान से सुनिए. Whenever you have to move from, for example, I have to make this alcohol CH3 and OH. ठीक है, CH3 and OH. Then you will identify the alpha carbon. ठीक है, you will identify the alpha carbon. So I will denote the alpha carbon by blue. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. पता सारे alpha carbon दो. Yes or no? बोलो भाई. हाँ जी, जल्दी बताएं. Make sense? Alpha carbon identify कर लेगा
Yes.
ना. You need the carbon that is attached with OH, that is the alpha carbon. चलिए ठीक, वो भी हम बता दें. अच्छा, now then you will identify the beta carbon. So this is a beta carbon, red one. Then we have a green beta carbon, which is this beta carbon. And then we have the beta carbon, which is this pink one. Okay. Now this pink beta carbon, it has 2 hydrogen. This red one, it has how many hydrogen? It has 2 hydrogens. And this particular green one, it is going to have how many hydrogens? It is going to have 3 hydrogens, as you can see. So obviously you have to make alkene. And in order to make alkene, you should be having a bond between, a pi bond between alpha and beta. है ना, alpha और beta के बीच में pi bond होगा, then only ना it will attach on either alpha or beta. So what you will do, you will make a pi bond with the carbon atom, with that beta carbon. Alpha से तो pi bond होगा, so you will have certain things. For example, you can have this molecule, or you can use this molecule, this alkene, or you can use this alkene. ठीक है, all of these threes are possible. तीनों ही use कर सकते हैं, but the best one would be this. ये सबसे बेस्ट होगा. This alkene will be the best. Why? Because if you see here we are having 2 hydrogens, and here we are having how many hydrogens? Here we are having 0 hydrogen. तो यहाँ पे तो possibility बहुत कम हो जाती है. But if I compare for the other case, then यहाँ पे you will have 1 hydrogen and 0 hydrogen. So if you compare 0 hydrogen and 1 hydrogen, then still we will say that 0 hydrogen में कुछ chance है, 1 hydrogen में भी कुछ chance है. But here we are having 0 hydrogen and here we are having 2 hydrogen. So the best option is this one. Although this and this are also correct, उसमें कोई आपको गलती नहीं बोलेगा. But I hope you understood what you need to do. First of all, you will identify a few things. What you will identify? Identify alpha. यहाँ सिर्फ identify, ID है ना? Identify alpha and beta carbons. ठीक है. Next, count number of hydrogens on beta carbon. Count the number of hydrogens on beta carbons. Next, make a double bond with alpha and beta carbon with least number of hydrogen, with most number of hydrogen. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या करें ना, वी आर मेकिंग श्योर दैट OH does not go to the beta carbon, because we will be having a double bond between alpha and there will be multiple betas, right? So we have to choose a beta such that the double bond, when it is broken, OH is going to go to the alpha. Beta को कभी choose ना करें. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. Understand, Rishita?
Can you repeat?
Yes, sir.
So can I repeat? I mean, the way how to do it or the logic behind it?
The logic.
The logic. Okay. So logic is, for example, I have alpha and I have beta. ठीक है, अल्फा और बीटा में आपके पास ना अल्फा बीटा छोड़, अल्फा से तो डबल बॉन्ड रखेगा ही, है ना, as you have seen. So you have beta, let's suppose beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3. So let's suppose beta 1 is having 3 hydrogens, beta 2 is having 2 hydrogens, beta 1 is having 0 hydrogens. Now, if I make a double bond between alpha and beta 3, then beta 3 is also going to have a very high possibility. 3 hydrogens to me, only 1 hydrogen hoga, because 1 hydrogen, because you are going to see alcohol. But the thing is that if you are going to choose beta 3, then alpha and beta 3. Let's suppose alpha is going to have 1 hydrogen or 0 hydrogens, or beta 3 is going to have 1 hydrogen. Now, there is a chance that beta 3 can be chosen as alcohol, because please remember, you will always get 2 products, major and minor. We want to increase the amount of major product. So you will increase the amount of major product when you have a big difference between the number of hydrogens in alpha and the number of hydrogens in beta. Number of hydrogens in beta should be greater than number of hydrogens in alpha, and then only the OH will attach on alpha. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Which beta? We have to choose a beta such that it should have more hydrogens. ताकि OH will not choose that beta. ठीक है, प्लीज राइट दिस डाउन. इसमें देखिए अपने एक हम मतलब इसके लिए आपको एक चीज बता देते हैं, कर लीजिए इसको जरा आराम से कीजिए। ना इन दिस केस ना एक आपको हम आपको एक अल्कोहल दे रहे हैं, ठीक है। आई होप यू हैव रिटन दिस डाउन, जस्ट लेट मी नो वंस यू हैव रिटन, ठीक है, आराम से लिखिए। देयर इज वन केस इन विच ना दिस थिंग वुड नॉट वर्क एक्चुअली, वो हम आपको बता देते हैं, एंड व्हाई द आई मीन द लॉजिक आल्सो, लाइक व्हाई इट विल नॉट वर्क देयर। Harsha is done. Rishita, let me know once you're done. अच्छा डन, ठीक, ध्यान से देखिए। देखिए एक केस जो इसमें नहीं है यहाँ पे आपके पास, विच इज इफ यू हैव समथिंग लाइक दिस, ठीक है। सो दिस कैन बी मेड बाय आइदर दिस मॉलिक्यूल, ठीक है, और दिस मॉलिक्यूल। अब यहाँ पे अगर हम चूज करेंगे ना अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस लॉजिक, देन इट विल बी, देखिए दोनों में तो अल्फा तो छोड़ दीजिए ना, अल्फा अल्फा, यहाँ पे आपके पास दो हाइड्रोजन है, यहाँ पे आपके पास एक हाइड्रोजन, बट स्टिल दिस विल बी अ बेटर चॉइस। व्हाई दिस विल बी अ बेटर चॉइस? बिकॉज यहाँ से तो आपको दो प्रोडक्ट मिल सकते हैं। विल गेट अ अल्कोहल विच इज अ मेजर, दिस वन जो आपको चाहिए वो तो मिल जाएगा आपको, बट यू विल ऑल्सो गेट अ माइनर प्रोडक्ट विच विल बी लाइक दिस एंड OH on the first carbon. You will get this product, but either you add OH here or here, both of them is going to give you the same carbon atom, that is 2-butanol. Make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me. क्या ख्याल है? ठीक है, तो अब यहाँ पे आपको बहुत ज्यादा दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है आपकी इसमें। सिंपली आप अगर थोड़ा सा लॉजिक लगा के ना ये लिख दीजिए या फिर ये लिख दीजिए, दोनों में मेजर प्रोडक्ट तो आपको यही मिलने वाला है, ठीक है। बट जहां पे आपको केमिस्ट्री करनी पड़ती है इन द सेंस इन द लैब्स, व्हेन यू नीड द मैक्सिमम यील्ड, दैट यू नीड मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ 2-butanol, देन इन दैट केस यू हैव टू चूज अ सबस्ट्रेट व्हिच इज गोइंग टू गिव यू द मैक्सिमम अमाउंट। तो वहां पे हम फिर ये चूज करते हैं। आंसर लिखने के लिए दोनों सही है, कुछ हर्ज नहीं है, ठीक है। सो कैन यू गाइस डू the rest of the three? Let me know once you're done. Send your answers on my WhatsApp. अगर आप लोग ना हाइड्रोजन काउंट में अगर दिक्कत हो रही होगी ना, देन व्हाट यू कैन डू इज यू कैन फॉर एग्जांपल इसी में हम बता देते हैं आपको। If I talk about the red one is 2 डिग्री, है ना, पिंक वन इज ऑल्सो 2 डिग्री। अगर हम CH3 की बात करें, देन CH3 इज व्हाट, इट इज 1 डिग्री। सो यू कैन डू दिस ऑल्सो ऐसे याद कर सकते हैं, अल्फा शुड बी डबल बॉन्ड विद, ये डबल बॉन्ड है, किसके साथ होना चाहिए, 1 डिग्री के साथ, ठीक है, अल्फा डबल बॉन्ड 1 डिग्री. So if you make like this, then it is going to be OH हटा दीजिएगा प्लीज, ठीक है रिशिता, if you forget removing OH, you have to remove OH and make alkene, okay रिशिता.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, हाँ वेरी गुड हर्ष, ऐसे ही कीजिए बिल्कुल, तो मिस्टेक्स नहीं होंगे, अल्फा कार्बन सही, हाँ 2 हाइड्रोजन 2 हाइड्रोजन 3 हाइड्रोजन 3 हाइड्रोजन 2 हाइड्रोजन, ठीक है, हाँ सही है, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन. Waiting for your answers, Rishita. एक ही बनाई काफी. सॉरी.
Is there a J class today?
Yep. I was also not aware of the timing. The first one is only fine, okay? Rishita, you don't need to make the 3 there. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
And please try to make everything apart from the like if you see the third structure that you have made now, वहां पे वो मिथाइल ग्रुप आपने नहीं अटैच किया है, right? डबल बॉन्ड तो ठीक है, जहां पे like the carbon atom which is having OH, it should have the methyl group ना, एक CH3, right रशिता?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ध्यान रखिएगा. एक एक स्ट्रक्चर बनाइए, थर्ड के लिए भी और फोर्थ के लिए भी. प्लीज थर्ड में ना ये वाला नहीं लगेगा जो हमने बताया ना आपको, आप लोग यही कीजिए, अल्फा डबल बॉन्ड तो 1 डिग्री. Hello, assalamu alaikum, Amina. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
What happened, Amina? You are very late.
Yes, sir. I had that test, weekly test.
Okay, but you know the timing of the class, na? You should schedule it appropriately. Like,
Yes, sir. I scheduled it before only, but they sent it the link on 3:30.
oh, okay. You should have asked for the link, na, before. Yeah, it's like the time you have scheduled it. If you don't get it, or just remind them. Like you get reminders, na, for the class. You can also remind them that I have a test, है ना? ठीक है, तो next time ध्यान रखिएगा. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, you have missed half an hour, but that you will do after watching the recordings.
Okay, sir.
Yes, Rishita, are you sending the others?
Yes, sir. I'm on the last one.
Okay. Amina, what's going on in your school?
What's up?
What's going on in your school? This chapter or some other chapter?
Sir, alcohol chapter only.
Alcohol chapter.
Sir, I sent it.
नहीं ऐसे ही नहीं यार, निशिता आप अपना ध्यान नहीं दे रहे हैं प्लीज, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं ध्यान दे रहे हैं, लेकिन इस तरह के मिस्टेक्स आपसे एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं है, ध्यान से देखिए। आई हैव नॉट, आई हैव सीन वन दैट इज रॉन्ग, दूसरा और भी देख लेते हैं। सेकंड वन इज आल्सो रॉन्ग। आप वो कर ही नहीं रहे जो हम आपसे कहना चाह रहे हैं। यू हैव टू मेक एवरीथिंग अपार्ट फ्रॉम दी ओएच ना। अब बीटा 2 में दो हाइड्रोजन वहां पे दिख रहे नहीं है यार। ऋषिता आप घर यार, लास्ट टाइम आप एब्सेंट भी थे, ठीक है आप एब्सेंट भी कर रहे थे, पता नहीं यार स्टडिंग एट होम और नॉट, ठीक है। सेकंड वाला ध्यान से देखिएगा, ठीक है। सो वी हैव how many carbons, 1 2 3 7 carbon atoms, ठीक है, like this, and we have one methyl group here, one OH group here, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे अल्फा कार्बन आइडेंटिफाई कीजिए सबसे पहले, तो अल्फा कार्बन को हम व्हाइट सी कर देते हैं, ठीक है। दिस इज और अल्फा कार्बन, ये आपके पास बीटा है, ठीक है। दिस बीटा इज व्हाट 2 डिग्री मान लीजिए इसको, या फिर हाइड्रोजन देना है हाइड्रोजन दे दीजिए, दिस विल बी 2 हाइड्रोजन। हियर इफ यू सी हियर आल्सो 2 हाइड्रोजन, here if you see here you will be having 3 hydrogens. You have to make each and everything as it is apart from what, apart from the OH। कर दिया आपने, ये मिथाइल तो भूल गए शायद आप उसमें, नहीं देखिए जरा, है ना। यू हैव नॉट इवन मेड होल कार्बन एटम्स, वहां कार्बन एटम, एक सेकंड, ये वाला तो आपने सही किया है, सॉरी, ये वाला नहीं, दूसरा वाला, चलिए ठीक है इसको बता देते हैं। ये तो ठीक है आपका, यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड होगा, एक में आपने ये डबल बॉन्ड मिस कर दिया, अच्छा ठीक है, यहाँ पे डबल बॉन्ड होगा। थर्ड वन देखिए, 1 2 3 4 5 कार्बन एटम्स, एंड हियर यू आर हैविंग OH। यहाँ पे आपके पास दो हाइड्रोजन, यहाँ पे कितना हाइड्रोजन रिशिता, हाउ मेनी हाइड्रोजन हियर? यस रिशिता।
1 3, sir.
फिर कैसे गलती हो रही है, ये सब गलती तो नहीं होनी चाहिए ना। तो कहाँ पे बॉन्ड बनेगा, दिस अल्फा कार्बन एंड 2 हाइड्रोजन या 3 हाइड्रोजन,
3 hydrogen.
देखिए आप, दिस सेम कार्बन एटम इट इज हैविंग, यहाँ पे एक मिथाइल ग्रुप है, यहीं पे एक OH, ठीक है, ध्यान से देखिएगा। सो हियर वी हैव, अब हम अलग कलर ले लेते बिकॉज इट इज clumsy here I guess, ठीक है। तो पिंक कार्बन एटम में दो हाइड्रोजन, if I talk about the red one, then red one is going to have 3 hydrogens. If I talk about the blue one is going to have how many hydrogens, Rishita?
3, sir. 1 hydrogen.
1 hydrogen, ठीक है। ये आप ना जो बॉन्ड्स जो काउंट करते हैं ना उसमें आपको दिक्कत हो रही है, आप बॉन्ड बॉन्ड काउंट करते हैं और उसको हाइड्रोजन में शायद लिख देते हैं, ठीक है। ध्यान से देखिए, यू विल फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मेक एवरीथिंग एज इट इज अपार्ट फ्रॉम दी OH, ठीक है। नाउ यू हैव दिस मिथाइल ग्रुप, ये मिथाइल ग्रुप आप भूल जाते हैं, एंड यू विल हैव अ डबल बॉन्ड हियर, 3 हाइड्रोजन के साथ डबल बॉन्ड होगा, ठीक है। कॉपी कीजिए, जल्दी कॉपी कीजिए इसको। Copied. Nishita.
Yes, sir.
चलिए उसके बाद लिखिएगा मैकेनिज्म. You should leave, Amna, you should leave 2 pages, okay?
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. आपने वहां तक किया ना, gem diol, one carbon atom cannot have multiple OH groups. If it has 2 OH group of 3 OH group, then it is very unstable. वो सब किया ना आपने?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. चलिए. Right here. Now I will show you the mechanism of CH3, single bond CH, double bond CH plus H2O in the presence of H plus. It is going to give you 2 products, and you will have 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms. OH here. This is the major product, and we want to see why this is the major product. Okay, let's just write this also. You will be getting this as the minor product, and why it is this minor product. Now, what you need to do as homework is follow NCERT. Na? I have taken propene, where you can understand why this is major and why that is minor. Prop 1 in मान लीजिए आप, ठीक है. In the textbook, you have to do, the homework will be for ethene. ठीक है, mechanism of ethene plus H2O. एग्जाम में ना यही आता है, ethene plus H2O. एग्जाम में यही आता है सर, आप करा दीजिए फिर, बुक से देख लीजिएगा, सेम ही चीज है. I want to explain this why it is major and why minor, because in ethene if you get the product ना, then ethene में सिर्फ आपको एक ही प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा, that is ethanol. You will not get 2 products. So वहां पे आपको कुछ खास समझ में नहीं आएगा. Why we are getting this as major product and why we are doing Markovnikov addition here. So first of all, please write this mechanism है ना, propene वाला mechanism हम लोग देखेंगे. So first step is protonation of alkene. Protonation of alkene. Alkene. चलिए alkene लिखे हैं. Protonation of alkene. So first step is generally you have water, H2O, in the presence of H plus. इस तरह से आपको दिखा रहेगा, ठीक है. You can ignore this part also, बहुत ज्यादा कुछ यहाँ पे पास नहीं हो रहा है. But you can see that what can happen, you can form H3O positive. There are 3 hydrogen atoms attached to 1 oxygen, and that is why this oxygen is going to get positive charge. Now, this hydronium ion that we form, it is going to be used as a reagent on the further reaction. Now, why we are writing it? If you use H plus, that is also perfectly fine. There is no change in the product, but we show mechanism how it really happens. So H plus, that H plus does not exist really. What exists is H3O plus ion. Okay, so we will show the reaction with H3O plus ion. We'll have CH3, single bond CH, double bond CH2. In the presence of H3O positive ion, what will happen? All of these hydrogen atoms under the influence of a positively charged oxygen atom will be very electron deficient. Because oxygen is electronegative, and it will be pulling electron also because it is having a positive charge. And it will be pulling electrons with very high intensity, and that will give delta positive charge on the H atom. Now this H atom, when it comes in the vicinity of pi bond, then this pi bond is what, electron rich. So what can happen? It can attack on this particular hydrogen atom. Now when the pi bond attacks on the hydrogen atom, there are 2 possible products. One possibility is the hydrogen. Now whenever you make if you're attacking an atom, whenever you are attacking an atom, there is a bond formation happening. Now the bond formation cannot happen with the bond itself. Na, बीच में तो hydrogen नहीं आ जाएगा. So hydrogen either will go with this A carbon atom, or let us suppose this B carbon atom, because these are the carbon atoms which are holding the pi bond. Now we will take both the cases. Let us suppose we are taking the blue case in which A carbon atom gets the hydrogen. If A carbon atom gets the hydrogen, I will have CH3 as it is. The CH will become CH2. It will be a single bond, and the CH2 will be as it is CH2, and it will get a positive charge because this hydrogen, this carbon atom, the blue carbon atom, it got a hydrogen. Previously, it was having a pi bond. It broke a bond, it got a bond. That is why it is still neutral. But if I look at the green carbon atom, this green carbon atom, it had a pi bond, but it did not get any bond here. It is having 3 bonds, and it is going to get a positive charge. The next is another pathway we can follow is the green pathway, where you are going to get CH3, single bond. Now the middle carbon atom, A carbon atom, will be still CH, single bond, and this will become CH3. So the CH will be getting a positive charge. Now if I compare the stabilities of both of these, this one is 1 degree carbocation, and this one is a 2-degree carbocation. So obviously, you must know that 2-degree carbocation, this will be more stable because of the plus I effect, and also there are more number of alpha hydrogen. Okay, so 1-degree carbocation and 2-degree carbocation, which is more stable? 2 degree is more stable, and this is less stable. Now, as we move from alkene to carbocation, we will get the 2-degree carbocation more. The concentration of 2-degree carbocation will be more. Why it will be more? Because it is more stable. Rather than following the blue pathway, the complete system will follow, and it will prefer the green pathway because that is giving us more stable product. And that is why the reaction will be further proceeded by the green pathway. And we will be having the next step, that is the attack of water. Second step will be attack of water. Now, attack of water will be CH3. You have CH, single bond CH3, and a positive charge here. So when the attack of water will take place, it will be something like this: H, OH, lone pairs, and this is going to attack on this carbon atom. Positive charge. And a lone pair is going to be negative electrons. So you will have CH3, single bond CH, single bond CH3, and you will have OH like this. Now again, the oxygen atom is getting a positive charge with 2 hydrogen atoms. तो फिर से अब क्या होगा ना, अब यहां से you can extract 1 H plus. तो simply आप क्या कर सकते हैं, third equation में deprotonation होता है. Now deprotonation can have various pathway. Deprotonation. Now deprotonation can have various pathways. What are the various pathways? One of the hydrogen can be abstracted by H2O itself, because H2O is having lone pair electrons. Those lone pair electrons can abstract a hydrogen. Okay. Other thing, what can happen? The previous step can happen. Here also oxygen atom is having 3 bonds, and what is happening? Alkene is abstracting 1 hydrogen. Same thing can happen. But deprotonation generally water के साथ दिखाते हैं, because water has lone pair. Lone pairs are generally more reactive than pi bonds. Okay. So you will have CH, single bond O, and there will be 2 hydrogens like this. The positive charge on oxygen atom, making a single bond CH3, plus you will have H2O. Now again, the lone pair of H2O, it is going to attack on the hydrogen atom. So oxygen is giving electrons to hydrogen, so hydrogen can leave the electrons on oxygen atom itself, making oxygen neutral. This will give you CH3, CH, CH3, and a OH on metal carbon atom. So this will be the major product. In order to get the minor product, we can use the same pathway with the less stable carbocation. Now, here you can see that this particular pathway is following what? It is following what type of carbocation? It is following an intermediate, which is what? Which is a carbocation. Okay, so इसको please copy कर लीजिए mechanism. And then I will write the rate of reaction for 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree वगैरह के लिए. Because this reaction is happening via an intermediate carbocation, 3-degree reactions will be the fastest, followed by 2 degree and so on. इसको लिखिए पहले, उसके बाद हम बता रहे हैं. Let me know once you're done writing. First time waiting for Amna and Rishika.
Done.
Just waiting for Rishika now. Right. Next method of preparation via alkenes. Second लिखिएगा B part इसका. A was from the acid catalyzed. अच्छा यहाँ पे अच्छा ठीक है. Rate of reaction यहाँ पे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है because you will not have 1 degree 2 degree alkenes. मेजर प्रोडक्ट बस आपको बनाने आना चाहिए. ठीक है. लिखिएगा B part में हाइड्रोबोरेशन oxidation reaction. Hydroboration oxidation. Basically you have to remember the reagents यहाँ पे. ठीक है ना. reagents याद रखिएगा क्या होता है. So first of all you can have यहाँ पे एक दो पॉइंट्स. OH attaches on carbon with more number of hydrogens. ठीक है. Basically that is anti-Markovnikov addition. Anti-Markovnikov. ठीक है. What is happening here? Anti-Markovnikov addition is going to happen here. So for example, if I have 3 carbon atoms and what are the reagents by the way? Reagents देख लीजिएगा. reagents जरूरी है. You are not going to see these reagents anywhere else. ये method of preparation of alcohol बस एक ही बार आ रहा है because alkene you are not going to study anywhere else. So first step में you will have B2H6 that is known as diborane or just borane. B2H6 this will be in the presence of tetrahydrofuran. क्या होता है tetrahydrofuran? कुछ नहीं होता. It is a solvent. It is a solvent that we are going to use. It is not going to interfere with the reactant or anything else. ठीक है. THF से कुछ नहीं होता. THF रहे ना रहे you have to do the reaction. B2H6 is the reagent that you have to look for. Second step में you will have hydrogen peroxide. This hydrogen peroxide should be in basic medium. In basic medium you can have NaOH or you can have KOH or simply you can be given OH negative. ठीक है. There are various ways. So I will show you all the ways on how they are going to represent the reagents. Basically इसमें बहुत दिक्कत होती है बच्चों को that they cannot identify the reagent. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे B2H6. So what is going to happen? So here we are having 3 carbon atoms and obviously the OH is going to attach on this carbon atom, है ना? Where you are having more number of hydrogen. यहाँ पे you have 1 hydrogen. Here you are having 2 hydrogens. So it will attach on more number of hydrogens. ठीक है. तो ध्यान से सुनिएगा. Another way it can be given is something like this. एक काम करते हैं. Rather than giving you B2H6 in the first step, they can give you BH3. That is also fine. BH3 actually जो exist करता है ना, BH3 तो हो गया इसका क्या molecular type of. B2H6 is actually how the compound exists. है ना. B2H6 क्या है आपका? जैसे compound exist करता है. BH3 इसका monomer है. B2H6 is the dimer. So in the dimer form it exists. Here you will have THF. Again, THF is not going to do anything. कुछ करना नहीं है इससे. Second step में I will write H2O2 hydrogen peroxide in the presence of OH negative. It will give you 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms, and the 4th carbon atom will have the OH because the hydrogens is more here. Simple. Write these two. So हम एक सवाल दे रहे हैं. This is number 1. This is number 2. And the next one 3.
Sir, can you repeat what is THF?
Tetrahydrofuran.
Okay.
यूरान होता है ऐसे. ठीक है. तो ये पाई बॉन्ड को हटा दीजिए और सब में एक एक हाइड्रोजन और लग जाए. ठीक है. If you remove the pi bond, this is not tetrahydrofuran. To remove the pi bond, you will have to add hydrogen. तो इस वजह से 4 हाइड्रोजन आपको लगाने पड़ेंगे. tetrahydrofuran. तो सब कुछ नहीं याद रखना आपको. ठीक है. THF कुछ नहीं देगा. THF नहीं भी दे सकता है. Another way could be they will give you plus BH3 in the presence of. पहला ये ना बस ये कि here you should have THF. ठीक है. Now THF is not going to do anything. वही हम बार-बार समझा रहे हैं आप लोग. Second is H2O2. This H2O2 should be there in the presence of basic medium should also be there. OH negative. If I look at the pi bonds, if I look at the pi bonds, these are connected with these two carbon atoms. एक को हम blue कर देते हैं और एक को हम कर देते हैं red. So the blue carbon atom is having how many hydrogens? Amina, tell me. The blue carbon, it is having how many hydrogens? The blue, जी बताएं.
One.
How many hydrogens? So keep your mic on. Keep your mic on.
One.
One. Okay. How many bond it is having, Amina? The blue one.
Double one.
No, how many bonds? Total number of bonds. Single sigma pi सब मिला के बोलिए. How many bonds it is having? The blue one.
3. 4. 4.
3 bonds. 4 bonds. So if it is having a hydrogen, it will be having a 5th bond.
Oh, sorry.
I think हमने बताया था ना आपको number of hydrogens शायद बताया था. Number of hydrogens is equal to 4 minus number of bonds. ठीक है? So here we are already having 4 bonds, so 0 hydrogen. What about the red one? What about the red one? How many bonds? How many bonds?
3 bonds.
How many hydrogens?
1.
Very good. Okay. So tell me, where will the OH attach? First of all, you will make everything as it is without the pi bond. ठीक है? सबसे पहले ये करो. Make everything as it is without the pi bond. CH3 है, CH3 लगा दीजिए आप. ठीक है? Apart from the pi bond, because pi bond is going to break. अब बोलिए, where should I add hydrogen? The blue carbon or the red carbon? Blue carbon or red carbon?
Red.
Red carbon. Very good. Chill. Copy this down. Let me know once you're done. Rishita is done. Waiting for Harsha and Amna.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Right, next. Second method of preparation from carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compound क्या होते हैं? Aldehyde and ketone. Aldehyde and ketones. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए ये पार्ट. ओ चलिए ठीक है, कुछ बातें थी यहीं पे ना. Formaldehyde and ketone. Acidic dehydration से ना you will get, sorry, acidic hydration से you will get a few questions like this. Which of the following MCQ steps आपको मिल सकता है? Which cannot be formed from acidic hydration. तो ध्यान रखिएगा एक चीज का, ठीक है? हम बता दे रहे हैं, हम दिखा नहीं पाए इसको. If you want to write somewhere in the notebook, you can write it down. See, the primary alcohol that we can form from 1 degree alcohol, ठीक है ना? 1 degree alcohol from H2O H plus. Acidic hydration say, if you want to make 1 degree alcohol, then the only alcohol that you can make that is 1 degree and using acidic hydration of alkene is ethanol. Ethanol is the only 1 degree alcohol that you can make. Okay? Why? Because if you go to a bigger alcohol, na, let's say for example, if you go to propane, so यहाँ पे आपको major product क्या मिलेगा? You will get 2, है ना? Second carbon atom. Even if you go further like this, then here also you will get what? This as the major product. So it is again what? 2 degree. So the only 1 degree alcohol that can be formed via hydration of alkene is ethanol. याद रहेगा? Amina, Rishita and Harsha, yes or no?
Yes.
ठीक है. तो
Yes,
कहीं
sir.
आपको लिखना है तो उसको ठीक है लिख लीजिएगा. चलिए. So here we will again see a few different methods of preparation from carbonyl compounds. The first one that we are going to see is the reduction of aldehyde and ketone. Reduction of aldehyde and ketones. Now, this is again very easy. We'll have carbon that is having 2 bonds and there is a double bond group. Now, I hope you guys know if I have both the groups attached on the carbonyl carbon are R, it is going to be ketone. If one of them is R and the other one is hydrogen, then it is going to be aldehyde. If both are going to be hydrogen, then it is going to be a special type of aldehyde that is known as, not a special, but this is the only aldehyde where you have both the hydrogen atoms. Okay, again, but it is going to be aldehyde. Basically, you have to add a reducing agent. Add करना आपको reducing agent. Reducing agent आके क्या करेगा? It is going to provide you with hydrogens. This carbon will get a hydrogen. This carbon is also going to, sorry, this oxygen is going to get a hydrogen. Now, what is going to happen? The groups that were attached on the carbon atom will be as it is. This carbon atom will get a hydrogen and the oxygen atom will get a hydrogen, and hence you're going to get an alcohol. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Sir, can you explain again? Actually, voice broke. But
Okay, I'm saying you are going to use a reducing agent. What the reducing agent is going to give you? It is going to give you hydrogens. One hydrogen will attach on the carbon atom, the other hydrogen will attach on the oxygen atom, and the pi bond is going to break. Okay, this is again a type of addition reaction in which we are adding hydrogens. Okay, makes sense? Got this? Yes or no? Aldehydes लिखिएगा जरा please. Aldehydes and ketones can be easily converted to alcohol using suitable reducing agent. Suitable reducing agent such as, what are the reducing agent we can use, please? There are multiple reducing agent that you will have to memorize, which can be used. The first one, it is H2 in the presence of nickel or palladium or platinum or इतना काफी है, nickel PDP. This is AKA, इसको एक और नाम दिया जाता है catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation. ठीक है. Second, again, you can get a question like this. What will happen if acetone undergoes catalytic hydrogenation? So you should know what is catalytic hydrogenation. Okay. Second is lithium aluminium hydride, which is LiAlH4. And now it's lithium. Easy name. Lithium, उसके बाद aluminium, and we are having hydrogen in the form of hydride H minus. Lithium aluminium hydride. The third is going to be sodium borohydride, NaBH4. Sodium boron hydride, sodium borohydride जो भी बोल सकते हैं. Sodium boron hydride or sodium borohydride, ठीक है, both are fine. Fourth is sodium in presence of ethanol, ठीक है, which can be written like this. You have arrow, इसमें sodium in the presence of C2H5OH. ये भी रहेगा. This is also reducing agent. The initial three what we have written, they are the most important reducing agent. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए. Copy this down. I hope you are writing with me. ठीक है. Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing? No one is writing. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिए. Let us suppose you are having aldehyde. Aldehyde क्या होता है? C double bond O. You will be having two groups on the carbonyl carbon. One will be alkyl, one will be hydrogen. Now, what you need to do when you have a reducing agent, any one of these, ठीक है, reducing agent, तो क्या होगा? ध्यान से देखिएगा आप. ठीक है, please don't write now anything. Please listen. You have carbon atom, then you will have R. ठीक है, एक हाइड्रोजन इसके पास पहले से था, एक और हाइड्रोजन, तो क्या हो जाएगा? CH2, and oxygen will get hydrogen, so it will become OH. This carbon atom gets a hydrogen, it already had a hydrogen, so it will become CH2. Oxygen, it will get OH. Please, you have to break the pipe. You will have to break the pipe. Now, what is the type of alcohol we have got? We have got a primary alcohol, 1 degree alcohol. So aldehyde gives 1 degree alcohol. Okay, this is aldehyde. Now, if I try to make a alcohol from ketone, so it will be like this: R dash C double bond O, a reducing agent, in which you are going to have R. Now this carbon atom will get a hydrogen, so it will become CH. Now this I will make a bond like R dash. Is carbon atom with oxygen, so it will become OH. So this will be what 2 degree alcohol. Just identify the changes that is happening. कुछ ज़्यादा change नहीं हो रहा. Pi bond is breaking, carbon is getting hydrogen, oxygen is getting hydrogen. So basically, if you use a ketone, then you will get a 2 degree alcohol. Then you will write 3 points. Aldehyde gives 1 degree alcohol on reduction. Secondly, you will write ketones gives 2 degree alcohol on reduction. Thirdly, you will write number of carbon atom will remain same. Number of carbon atom जितना था उतना ही रहेगा, कुछ ही नहीं होगा, ठीक है? Number of carbon atom remains same. ठीक है? I will illustrate a few examples. ठीक है? दोनों तरह के एग्जांपल हम आपको अच्छे से दिखाएंगे in the condensed form structure, जहां पे CH3, CH2, CHO इस तरह से रहता है. एंड आई विल शो यू बॉन्ड लाइन आल्सो. दोनों में किस तरह से आपको दिमाग पे यूज करना. देखिए बेसिक कंसेप्ट तो बहुत आसान है, ठीक है ना. हम बहुत ज्यादा तोड़ के चीजों को बता देते हैं, ठीक है, ताकि आप लोगों ने स्टार्टिंग से ही गलती ना हो. बिकॉज वंस यू स्टार्ट मेकिंग मिस्टेक इन द इनिशियल फेज, इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गो बैक. एक कंसेप्ट आपको याद क्या रखना है, कार्बन और ऑक्सीजन का जो पाई बॉन्ड है वो टूटेगा, ठीक है, वो तोड़ना जरूरी है सबसे पहले. इफ यू आर डूइंग मिस्टेक देयर, देन यू आर नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. यू हैव टू ब्रेक द पाई बॉन्ड. कार्बन में एक हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर देना है. If it had 1 hydrogen, then it will become 2 hydrogens. If it had 0 hydrogen, उसके बाद एक हाइड्रोजन आ जाए. ठीक है, that's it. These are the only 2 cases which you are going to see. Then everyone tell here yes or no. Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing? No one is writing. ठीक है, ध्यान से. The question is, write the major product. Write the major product for following. Number 1, you have CH3, CH2, CHO. Whenever you have aldehyde, let us suppose I'm going to use a reducing agent. Reducing agent हमको खास तौर से लिखना पड़ेगा. So it will be, let us suppose, catalytic hydrogenation in the presence of nickel. Please don't write anything, just me. Whenever you have aldehyde, तो फिर वहां पे आपको 1 डिग्री मिलेगा. तो वो सब चीज बहुत ज्यादा आपको सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये होगा ये होगा. इतने नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम्स है, यू विल ड्रॉ CH3, CH2, और उसके बाद CH है, एक हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर दिए, CH2, उसके बाद OH लगा दीजिए. मेक सेंस? yes or no, प्लीज टेल मी. बात समझ में आ रही है? हाँ या ना बताएं. ठीक है, ध्यान दीजिएगा. CH3 single bond, CH single bond, CH3. Here you are having, let us suppose, CHO. यहाँ पे CHO आप तो क्या करना, सेम थिंग. Let us suppose here you are having lithium aluminum hydride. क्या करना है, CH3 as it is. The CH will be as it is because it is not having CHO. ठीक है, CHO पे चेंज करना है आपको. CH3 will be as it is. This is the alkyl group. Now here you had what, 1 carbon atom and 1 hydrogen, so it will become CH2 single bond OH. तो CHO किस में चेंज हो रहा है, CH2OH में चेंज हो रहा है. कैन यू सी दैट? यस और नो, प्लीज टेल मी. हाँ या ना बताएं. मेक सेंस एवरीवन? यस और नो. लेट मी नो इफ यू हैव डाउट्स.
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you have doubts, please. Let's suppose you have something like this: CH3, carbon, double bond O, CH3. यहाँ पे भी आपको सेम चीज करना है. Suppose we are having sodium boron, sodium boron, CH3 as it is. The carbonyl carbon will get 1 hydrogen. एक हाइड्रोजन ऐड करना, तो 0 है तो एक हाइड्रोजन आ जाएगा, CH सिंगल बॉन्ड CH3. इसी कार्बन पे OH था, इसी कार्बन पे डबल बॉन्ड था, उसको OH कर देना आपको. Fourth example I'm doing, this will be bond line structure. So for example, you have something like this. ये बहुत आसान हो जाता है बॉन्ड लाइन में. जहां पे आपके पास डबल बॉन्ड O है उसको सिंगल बॉन्ड OH कर दीजिए, बिकॉज यू डोंट हैव टू काउंट द हाइड्रोजन फॉर द कार्बन. है ना, हाइड्रोजन को हम लोग को चिंता नहीं करनी पड़ती. द हाइड्रोजन विच आर अटैच्ड टू कार्बन, दैट you don't have to worry about in bond line structure. So let us suppose you are having Na in the presence of ETOH. What is ETOH? Ethanol, है ना. ETOH से लिखते हैं इसको, लास्ट क्लास में बताया था हमने. So here we'll write OH like this, as simple as that. फिफ्थ वाला बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जहां पे बच्चे अक्सर मिस्टेक करते हैं. लेट अस सपोज यू हैव 1 2 3 4 CH. नाउ इन दिस केस लेट अस सपोज यू आर हैविंग अगेन H2 इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ P. बच्चे क्या करते हैं ना, ऐसे लिखते हैं. करेक्ट और रॉन्ग, टेल मी गाइस, क्या ख्याल है, सही है गलत है?
Yes,
फिफ्थ वन सही है, रॉन्ग, क्या गलत है बताइए जरा. हर्षा बताइए क्या गलत है,
कार्बन
जोर से बोलेंगे. जी हाँ, द नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम डज नॉट चेंज. अक्सर बच्चे यही गलती करते हैं. If you see this carbon atom, this is how many carbons? 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon. How many carbons here? 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbon, 4 carbon. Okay. So you have to make sure that you write the 4 carbon atoms first of all. उसके बाद OH के ध्यान दीजिएगा. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you will add OH here. Okay. छापिए. I hope you are not writing. देखिए 5 एग्जाम तो हम नहीं करा दिया. 5 आपको कम से कम निकाल क्या रहेंगे, बहुत टाइम चला जाता है बस. Amna, will you attend the JE class also?
No, sir.
नहीं, ठीक है. ऋषिता हर्षा आप लोग को तो आया होगा, तो आई विल गिव यू 10 मिनट्स ब्रेक, है ना. 2.5 घंटा तो मतलब नहीं चाहेंगे कि आप पढ़िए लगातार.
thank you.
थैंक यू, यू आर वेलकम. 10 मिनट का ब्रेक दे देंगे, थोड़ा रिवाइज कर लीजिए. ऋषिता, यू आर नॉट प्रेजेंट इन द लास्ट लेक्चर ऑफ द जेई क्लास. डिड यू वॉच द लेक्चर?
No, sir, I didn't watch it.
बताइए आज कैसे करेंगे सवाल.
Uh, I'll try to.
हाँ, ट्राई तो कर ही सकते हैं, बट थोड़ा सीरियसनेस तो लाइए. व्हाई आर यू मिसिंग क्लासेस एंड नॉट वाचिंग लेक्चर्स? हर्षा, डिड यू रिवाइज द लेक्चर? हम्म. हाँ हाँ, कैसे चलेगा, कुछ छोड़िए फिर, क्यों ही जेई पढ़ रहे हैं फिर. हाँ, जेई क्लास में हम सिलेबस ही आगे बढ़ा देते हैं ना थोड़ा, बोर्ड्स का ही, क्या ख्याल है? फिर कुछ आप, हर्षा, यू आर देयर इन द लास्ट लेक्चर, डू यू थिंक कि कुछ याद होगा आपको इफ यू हैव नॉट रिवाइज्ड?
Yes, sir.
अ बिट. चलिए ठीक है, तो सवालों से पता चलेगा ना. वी विल गिव यू क्वेश्चंस. Done everyone? Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing? Anyone still writing? No one is writing. ठीक है, चलिए हम कुछ सवाल देते हैं, अब आप कीजिएगा. जब भी बॉन्ड लाइन स्ट्रक्चर मिले आपको कीटोन का, तब तो वहां पे बिल्कुल घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. डबल बॉन्ड को हटाइए, OH लगाइए, है ना. जहां डबल बॉन्ड है वहां पे OH रहेगा. कभी कभी मेरे से स्ट्रक्चर सही से बनता नहीं है. स्ट्रक्चर डबल बॉन्ड O, and let's suppose H2 in the presence of platinum कर देते हैं इस बार. 7th आप ऐसे ले लीजिए. लिथियम एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्राइड 8th. ला 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 ला. क्या ही बनेगा और बताइए जरा. अब यहाँ पे 2 है तो दोनों को कर देना है, ठीक है. बोथ ऑफ दीज विल बी हाइड्रोजनेटेड, बोलिए चाहे भी बोलिए रिड्यूस्ड. बोथ ऑफ दीज विल बी रिड्यूस्ड. टटक 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 टटक. नाइन्थ कर देते हैं एक और सुबह। डबल बॉन्ड ओ, ऐसा करते हैं यहाँ पे सी एच ओ, NaBH4 कर देते हैं यहाँ पे। ठीक है, आराम से, आराम से तो नहीं, 4 मिनट आपके पास, you guys have 4 minutes, then I will end the class. In 5 minutes you are going to do the assessment, and then for the 10 minutes you will take some rest. Seventh one is correct, Harsha. Eighth one, very good, correct. Or everything is correct. Very good, Harsha. ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में ना इनिशियल्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। स्टार्टिंग में आप मतलब मिस्टेक ना करने की कोशिश करें, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद तुरंत स्पीड आ जाती है। लेकिन हर्षा के साथ अच्छा ही है कि हर्षा तो PhD कर ले रही है, स्कूल में भी वही चल रहा है, यहाँ भी वही चल रहा है, राइट हर्षा? 2 बार हो जा रहा है आपका सब कुछ, नहीं? जेई की क्लासेस लेकिन ना रिवाइज करने चाहिए, आप क्यों नहीं किया आपने हर्षा, बताइएगा जरा। हम्म,
I
जी
think now today would be Jay's class.
नहीं ये तो आप नहीं बोल सकते ना, द लास्ट लेक्चर ओनली आई टोल्ड यू कि आपको जो रिवाइज करना है विद इन 1 or 2 days यू हैव टू रिवाइज द लेक्चर, है ना, एंड बिफोर द नेक्स्ट क्लास यू विल हैव टू डू द असाइनमेंट। तो असाइनमेंट के लिए तो आज हम मान जाते हैं, ठीक है, आपने असाइनमेंट नहीं किया क्योंकि कल क्लास होती है, जनवरी संडे को होती है, बट आई सेड ना विद इन 1 or 2 days यू हैव टू, 2-3 days बोला था शायद हमने, यू हैव टू रिवाइज वॉट एवर वी डिड इन द क्लास, राइट? नहीं बोला था हर्षा?
Yes, sir.
हम्म, ना ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता रिवाइज करने में, एक बार आप स्टार्टिंग में तो टाइम लगता है, आई विल झूठ क्यों बोलूं, स्टार्टिंग में तो थोड़ा रिवाइज करने में टाइम लगता है, बिकॉज यू डोंट नो रियली लाइक व्हाट आई शुड रिवाइज, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट है क्या इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है। लेकिन until unless you cross that barrier ना, वो स्वीट स्पॉट कहाँ से आएगा? लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल यू कैन सी नाउ हाउ यू कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड एंड यू कैन राइट द प्रोडक्ट्स, कितनी आसानी हो गई, बट इनिशियली तो थोड़ा सा दिक्कत होता है ना, तो वो इनिशियल बैरियर को बस आप क्रॉस कर लीजिए, उसके बाद ठीक हो जाएगा सब। आपको पढ़िएगा इसको केमिस्ट्री में भी, व्हेन वी विल रीड केमिकल काइनेटिक्स ना, ईच एंड एवरी रिएक्शन it requires to it is required for each and every chemical reaction to cross a barrier, then only you will get products। तो वैसा ही है, थोड़ा सा वो इनिशियल फेज में ना बैरियर रहता है, जब बैरियर रहेगा ना इट विल बी अपहिल। ऐसे पढ़िएगा आप।